On our last trip up to the River Cree, we were fortunate enough to be invited to the Salmon Hatchery. Murdo MacLeod, the hatchery manager, was on holiday, but Jamie Hislop, his understudy, was happy to show us round. What a great place. I'm personally looking forward to the day that the Environment Agency has a change of heart and allows salmon hatcheries on all the salmon rivers in England.
The source of the fish are and all the time.
Well, it's a privilege to see this, Jamie.
The reason we keep them covered in the dark is just to minimise any fin nicking. So they can be a bit like pheasants or chickens and start pecking one another.
Yeah.
I find if we keep them in the dark, it minimises them.
Why do you keep them in the dark?
So it minimises them nipping each other's fins. So it sort of minimises that effect.
How long has Murdo been in charge of this? How long has he been working on it?
Started in 2010.
$15. Yeah?
So we're fed once a day. Like what I've done in the morning is we get mechanical feeders. Just 0.8 millimetre from mechanical feeder. That's got a food on.
So it's just constantly going and doing like a feeding time?
Yep. Do that every morning. We're still getting a few dropouts. You can see I'll get the wee net.
That's Murdo. Murdo MacLeod, the man. A lot of work in it.
That the size they go out?
No, they go out big.
Just a dropout. Some just don't remember too. As they get older, they drop out. Get less and less.
So this is obviously when they were making the hatchery. That's the talc burn. And the Pell Kill and Tallock, another one. The three main tributaries. stripping the brood stock. Electro fishing, which is all on YouTube. There's some YouTube videos of the Cree Trust. So I would imagine these are the tanks that you can see here. Different brood stock in different tanks. And so don't put if you get the salmon from one particular tributary, all the brood stock goes back to that tributary. We've been explaining that to us in the car coming up here. Yes, privileged to see this.
Does anybody?
The difficulty with sea trout is, obviously nobody knows quite why the current sea trout knows the trigger.
Yeah.
The brown trout really.
Right.
The lack of feeding, they reckon.
We sort of believe that the salmon brood stock for the minute 10 to 3 minutes type fit and the other three.
There's quite a range of sizes you'll see there, Big ones in the same.
And they've been putting some in this week, haven't they?
Yeah. So what Murdo will do is he'll grade them, so the bigger ones will put out straight away, and once he's back from holidays he'll be putting quite a lot of these out. The smaller ones will keep on, get them to a decent size, and then the whole batch 20,000, and they are kept onto what we call autumn fry, which maybe about that size, and they can be fin clipped, so 20,000 go in, if they add different fin clips off them, but there's 200,000 don't go in fin clips, so you can't tell if they're the hatchery or not.
And is that like a regulation, you can't do then, or is it just lack of ability to fin clip?
We'd like to do more autumn fry, but it's a space limitation for the hatchery. We don't have enough space. Murdo's hoping to extend the hatchery out, and that would allow another 7 tanks more space to do more autumn fry then. So technically, from our point of view, it's a space thing. We like to do more, but we just don't have the space to. When you've got 200,000 flying along with that size, you can cope with them in these 14 tanks, but once you get to that size, you need a lot more tanks.
Yeah.
We do tend to find that if you grade them out, then the smaller ones do come on and become better fish. Take the bigger ones in. It's like everything in life, there'll be.
Yeah.
There's greedy ones and there's greedy ones that never do. See how they take on the coloration of the carp. Look how black these fish are because they're in the dark tank. Yeah, compared to the tank. In a white tank. This tank has probably got the youngest fish in it.
slightly greyer, aren't they?
Yeah, just the colour of the tank.
Yes, it's a privilege to see this, Jamie. Thank you very much. You see, Murdo's not here.
I know.
I'd like to let him out.
It's 43 degrees of heat.
Yeah.
Quite a few fish. See the difference in sizes.
Yeah.
Yeah, big difference, isn't there? Just nature, you know.
Yeah.
But we won't break them out. The better ones will go out first, and hold on to the smaller ones. Put them into that fish, put them out, and then we'll hold on to 20,000 and finish up now. These all go back into the same water courses with a good sort of food.
Yeah.
So 10 films go back into 10 films, the minnow fish go back into minnow, the winter parts and the main stem of the tree go back into the main stem of the tree. Are all into areas where we know from the electric fishing last good populations or no populations of long stem. So,
The lights are down.
eh?
The lights are down.
Yeah. It's a natural thing, isn't it? You know, we're always going to sit under the shade and the trees and stuff. It's always good to see, that's what we want to do. You know?
What's in the green thing? Is that a filter system?
Those green things, really just look at the rapid too. They are they're the trees that we enter later on.
Ah.
Yep, start them up. Out the road. So the fish are small, fertilise it. The eggs and then egg them way down in those trays. And the trays are where these tanks are right now. And then what happens is these blue containers, but they're basically artificial legs.
Do you bring the fish here for stripping, or do you strip them on the riverbank? And then where do you put the fish?
Yeah, the fish are held in tanks here,
Yeah.
in separate tanks or wherever they were caught.
Yeah.
And then once they're ready to strip, we strip them here. And then the fish are put back in to, so the pen killed fish are put in this there, but the free fish are taken to the tree as kelps. They're put back in the river. Yeah.
Put back in the river they came from.
Yeah, everything goes to the river they came from, yeah.
Sure. We'll go down the bottom, I'll show you inside.
That's a lot of food.
So the water is piped on the river.
The eggs are laid down and then hatch into alvins. But the alvins are then put into these are like an artificial red Murdo created. So what's happened is he takes the alvins out of the trays and the hatch,
Right.
puts them into here.
Right.
And in there is gravel, but there's also palving and stuff. Just gravel and plastic rings. The
Alright.
almonds are put in there, it acts like a thread. And they stay in there and they absorb the yolks are. And then when it's ready, they're ready to hatch, they swim up through, and they swim through this clear tube, and you see the daylight,
Right.
They drop into the tank.
Most of the go out themselves, yeah.
So they go out themselves.
Oh, wow.
The benefit of that is some people leave them in the cage, but then you've got a range of ages. Some have used up their yolk sac, some haven't. They're forced to feed them. You've got some that are ready to feed, some that need to feed. So it's not ideal. You put them in here, and it is a bit of a leap of faith because you don't know what's happening in there. But sure enough, after the temperature days up, the crumbs start swimming out, and once you drop into these tanks, you know that they're ready to feed, so you start feeding them. So only the ones that are ready to feed are getting fed, and all the other ones are still sitting in there using up their yolk.
I know I keep putting reports on Facebook about you see eyes and then you can see how they develop.
Well, one of the problems when they've got the yolk sac, if they move about too much and if they're in the troughs, people just move about, you get what they call nipped yolk sac, which isn't good for them. That's because they've moved about too much. In the wild they wouldn't move about because they're in the red. By putting them in these, they don't move about. They're in the dark, just like a natural red. And they swim up, out, into the tank, and then nose.
So
These are part of, these are the fall wings at the top, there's gravel in there, but there's also these things,
yeah.
called fall wings, and they are put into these blue 50 gram drums.
Alright.
And that forms a sort of part of the artificial red, and the alvins just sit in there, move about a little bit, so it's just like a natural red.
Fantastic.
And then they swim up, out, drop into the, and then they're just fed by
What's the food of that?
these little pot black feeders.
Where is it?
It's just fantastic.
But I say we just need more space, you know. But the pet, what the things to look at,
I've seen the bit with all the kids. And I think that's really good to educate the youngsters.
Yeah, they get school parties in,
You know,
showing the
get
kids what's happening,
involved.
getting kids to
Get involved.
value fish and the wildlife.
come down. So, involved on the local primary school, it's 2-5. Come down, the first trip out from the box to the spot, and you see the eggs and the egg sheets and the fertilizer and laid down, so they come and they see all of that, and then they'll come and plant out some fry and do a little bit of kick sampling and look at the insects and identify all the insects. And then the last trip, we take them to the hatchery, habitat plus take them to
I'm personally looking forward to the day that the Environment Agency has a change of heart and allows salmon hatcheries on all the salmon rivers in England.